Now, let's face it, for millions of people out there, it can take them 20, 30, 40 years of drinking until they finally start questioning their drinking patterns and really asking themselves, what the hell is alcohol doing for me? Now, fortunately, I actually stopped drinking at 25 years of age and I'm now 29. And I'm not saying that from a place of grandiosity or something like that. I just figured things out a little bit quicker than most people because the negative effects of alcohol was so in my face because I was very out of control with alcohol. So for me, the conclusion that I came to happened a lot faster than it might have happened for a lot of people that watch this channel. I know a lot of people that watch this are in their 30s, in their 40s, 50s, and so on. And the whole point of my channel is for me to share my experience with you guys to just help you on your journey, no matter how old you are. So what I really want to do for you in this video is I want to boil down just 7 key lessons, 7 key things that I've learned on my journey. And sure, some of the lessons I'll reflect on my life as a drinker and what things were like, but I'll also talk to you about the past 3 years of being a non-drinker because it was the #1 decision that has had the biggest positive impact on my life, bar none. It was the catalyst to being able to move to Asia, start this new business, be able to go to Koh Samui and live in a beautiful villa, come back to Chiang Mai now where I am right now in northern Thailand and really just live this amazing life. And it all happened when I stopped drinking, when I started giving myself permission to really go for what I wanted by removing alcohol. That's when things get interesting. And that is why I love what I do. I love helping people with this. I love helping the customers in the Sober Clear program. I love making these videos because I know for so many millions of people, when they remove the alcohol, that's when things get exciting. That's when they can start really going towards that 10 out of 10 life and just start kicking butt. So I'm super excited to share these lessons with you today. And if you actually want my personal help stopping drinking without AA willpower rehabs and you want to use first principles thinking and get my help in a coaching program with other business owners and other professionals, make sure to click the link in the description. There'll be a short video to watch that explains the program and how I work with people and how all of that stuff works. And then you'll actually be able to book a call with me and you'll speak with me directly and we can actually see if the program may be a good idea for you. So make sure to click the link in the description for more information on that. Now, just a quick thing before we get into this video is I actually drank for about 10 years, 9 years, something like that. It was about a decade. I started drinking when I was young. And really from a young age, I was out of control. We were like stealing bottles of whiskey from friends' parents and, hiding it in bushes. And it was just chaos from a very young age. And I really lived a pretty severe roller coaster. And in my early 20s, I actually went to Alcoholics Anonymous. Now, I've told you guys this a million times before, but my mum has been to AA for 20 years and it really works for her. And in fact, AA completely saved my life because if my mum didn't solve her drinking problem, who knows what my upbringing would have been like. But, I'm so grateful for AA. But at the same time, I tried to go there. My mum encouraged me to go because it worked for her. So why wouldn't she? She wanted me to go to AA to really try and figure things out. And just bear with me because you'll understand why I'm saying this. But here I was led to believe that I was an alcoholic. And this is the first lesson that I really want to share with you. And the first lesson that I want to share is that I have nothing wrong with me. Because when I went to Alcoholics Anonymous, I was led to believe that I was the problem. I was led to believe that there was something wrong with me. I was born this way. That's why I can't control my drinking. That's why I struggle to stop. That's why things are out of control. Because there's something wrong with me. I'm an alcoholic. I've got some genetic makeup. All my family are drinkers. Therefore, I'm kind of doomed, right? There's nothing that you can do to fix me except I have to give myself up to God and go to these meetings for the rest of my life. Now, I did buy into that. Like, I really fully bought into it. And I was like, do you know what? Maybe you're right. Because I just couldn't figure things out. I didn't know what was going wrong with me. I didn't know why I couldn't control it. I just didn't know what was going on. So when I got told this, with the tools that I had, that was the best explanation that I found at the time. So long story short is I stopped going to the meetings. I didn't want to call myself an alcoholic. I didn't like the meetings. I felt bad after going to them. So I stopped going. But I didn't stop drinking after that. I started drinking again. But I kind of kept on to this idea that maybe I was the problem. Maybe I was born this way. I held on to that for a long time. But then it kind of gave me an excuse to drink. Because if I'm an alcoholic, then it's not my fault anymore. I drink because I'm an alcoholic. It's nothing to do with the drug and it's nothing to do with the world that we live in. It's me. So therefore, I've almost got this excuse now. Now, I just want to cut this short, but when I stopped drinking at 25, I didn't need to give myself up to God. I didn't need to use willpower. I didn't need to go to meetings. And I removed alcohol and basically everything went well. My health came back. I got back into another relationship. I moved to Thailand. I started this business. I was doing freelance work. Just all good things started happening to me. I didn't need to go to any meetings. I didn't need to do much. And really, this idea that I had something wrong with me, well, what I realized is that I didn't have anything wrong with me. I never did have anything wrong with me because I'm the same person that I am when I was at the meetings, when I was getting told that I was the problem. And I just came to this conclusion that I have nothing wrong with me. I drank alcohol because I was addicted to a drug. I was addicted to a drug that 99% of people are addicted to. That's not my problem. That's not my fault. The nature of the drug is for me to drink one and then drink another and another and another. That's not the nature of me. That's the nature of the drug. And for me, this was really one of the most important realizations that I had, because now I didn't really have an excuse to drink. Now I started seeing the drug for what it was. I didn't want to put it in my body anymore. And because I'm no longer the problem, I've got no excuse. So I had to let go of this idea that I was somehow the problem, because I'm not the problem. I've got nothing wrong with me. And you know what? You've got nothing wrong with you either. You're a powerful person. You've got loads going for you, and you have got nothing wrong with you. So second lesson that I've got is that quitting was actually easy when I went all in. Now, for years upon years, I struggled to stop drinking. It was always a fight, it was always a battle, it was always resisting temptation. And every single attempt that I tried to stop drinking was exactly that. I was trying. It was always an attempt. And that's why it was always such a struggle. It was because I was trying. And everything changed when I went all in. When I fully committed, when I just kind of went head first, it became easy. Let me explain this. When you've made the decision to brush your teeth in the morning, is it hard for you to brush your teeth? Do you have to fight to brush your teeth? Do you have to use willpower to brush your teeth? Do you have to really resist temptation to not brush your teeth? Once you've made the decision to brush your teeth, you brush your teeth. What about when you have a glass of water, right? You pour a glass of water. Do you have to fight to drink this water? Or have you made a decision and you drink it? See, when we make decisions and we cut off all possibility to not do something, when we actually decide in our mind to do something, it's not hard. But this is a mistake that so many people make. People don't decide to become non-drinkers. People don't make that full-on commitment. Now, one example of this is there are a lot of programs out there helping people stop drinking, and there are a lot of programs out there that kind of give you a challenge. They frame it as a challenge or something like that, where we're going to stop drinking for X amount of days. We're not going all in. We're not committing. We're not becoming non-drinkers. We're just trying to stop drinking for X amount of days. Now, for some people, that's fantastic. That can give them the kickstart that they need. But what would have happened to me when I tried to stop drinking for X amount of days is that I just put alcohol on an even bigger pedestal. And every day that went by, alcohol would seem more and more and more appealing to me. I didn't go all in. I'd stop for a few days, and then alcohol would look even more appealing. So by the time that I had that other drink, after the 30 days or after however long I lasted, that drink was so precious to me. It was sacred because I'd resisted it for so long, and it was just getting more and more and more appealing. Now, the difference is today is that I went all in. It's no longer appealing because that's it. I'm done. I'm a non-drinker now. And when I say it was easy, I'm really not joking. Like, it really was simple when I went all in. The same way that it's simple for me to brush my teeth or have a glass of water. Because once you make the decision, that's it. Finished. Now, the next lesson that I've got for you is that the life of my dreams became possible after stopping drinking. Now, I knew that alcohol was holding me back. I knew that alcohol was really stopping me from getting what I wanted. I wanted to have peak health, maximum strength, a great relationship, a business. I wanted to be able to travel. I just wanted a life. I wanted to be able to take care of my family. I wanted a very, very high quality of life. And I knew that alcohol was holding me back from it. But then when I removed the alcohol, everything that I ever wanted now became possible again, because there was no more 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And I'm telling you, pretty much everything that I wanted back when I was drinking has now happened. I've got into a relationship with an amazing girl called Or. You can see her on the screen now. We've been able to move to Thailand. Well, I've been able to move to Thailand. That's where I met my girlfriend, obviously. But, we've been living in this amazing villa, and, training is going really well. I'm working with a coach. I've got this business now where I help other people stop drinking alcohol, and things have just gone extremely well because I removed the alcohol. Now, I was in a pretty bad position. When I stopped drinking, I was more or less at ground zero, and you might not be there right now. You might already have a great relationship, great health, a great career, a business, a house. You might already be traveling. Your life might not be in the same place that it was for me. But I'm telling you that you still have dreams. We all have dreams. We all have things that we still want to do. And you've got to ask yourself, is alcohol helping or hurting? Is it helping you progress towards what you really want? Or is it making you slow down progress? Are you basically doing 2 years of work in 10 years? Are you just moving at a slow pace? Because if you want the life of your dreams, we're all running out of time. We don't get an unlimited amount of time on this earth. We get a limited amount of time, and I don't care how old you are, how successful you are, you've got dreams and time is running out, and you've got to seriously ask yourself, is alcohol helping or hurting? Because I know for a fact that it is not helping, because it can't help you. It's a poisonous substance that does nothing to help you at all. And if you still want that great health, if you still want that great relationship, amazing relationship with children, a family, a booming business, whatever it is that for you, when you remove alcohol, it all becomes possible. Trust me, just trust me. I'm telling you, because it's not just me that's done this, but I've seen it time and time again from people in the Sober Clear program. I mean, recently Kevin posted a picture in the community where he was at his daughter's wedding completely sober. He's almost not drank for, it's about 10 months, something like that, but it's been a long time now. I've told you guys about Todd. Todd did the interview recently. He's not drank for around 8 months as well, lost 30 pounds, crushing his business. And actually, if you click the link up here, there's a bunch of interviews with people that are in the Sober Clear program that have completely turned their life around as a result of stopping drinking. And these are people that I've personally helped, so have a look at those. Check out some of those reviews, because I'm telling you, it all becomes possible. Which leads me to my fourth lesson, and it's that I became somebody of more value. Now, what would a valuable person be like? Like, let's just think of your version of a valuable person right now. If you were the highest value person that you could possibly be, what would you be doing? Well, you'd be probably in a good mood, you'd probably be healthy, you'd probably be energetic, you'd probably smile a lot, be respectful to other people, you'd be contributing at work or some kind of mission, you might be spending a lot of quality time with friends, with family, doing a lot for other people. Think about what a high value version of you would be. Now, if I reflect on what I was like as a drinker, I was not a high value person. I was not somebody of value to others. I was self-centered, thinking about me, thinking about my drinking, thinking about when I could have my next drink. And I'm telling you, that was not nice. I did not put other people first. I put myself first. I didn't look after my family like I look after them today. I was too busy thinking about me. And when I stopped drinking alcohol, that's when my focus shifted. It wasn't about me anymore. Because when we're wrapped up in drinking, it's so easy just to think about us. It's so easy to think about when am I going to get my next drink. But when you remove alcohol, that's when you can start becoming somebody of value. And it happens rapidly. Because you remove the alcohol, you start feeling good, right? Your sleep is improving, your health is improving, you're exercising more, your mood is better. Already, you are becoming more valuable to other people because you're feeling good, you're putting out a different energy, you're more consistent, you're more productive, and you're just becoming a better person. And this happened to me in such a huge way. Like, there is no way in hell that I would be contributing and making these YouTube videos if I was still drinking. There's no way that I would have been consistent at doing this for however long it's been, because I'd just be thinking about me. Now, these days, I don't think about me. I think, like, making this video is not about me. It's about helping you. It's about creating something of value for you. Now, another fantastic lesson is that you start to realize that you set an example to others through actions. You are a leader, right? You're a leader to somebody. Somebody looks up to you. Maybe that's your children, maybe that's your friends, your colleagues, your staff. You are a leader to somebody. And what we've got to realize is that influence doesn't happen through what we say. Influence happens through who we are. And just through your action of becoming a non-drinker and committing to that lifestyle, you set a great example to other people. You give permission for other people to follow you, to follow in your footsteps. And that is a beautiful thing. Being able to set an example to people, being able to be a positive influence on people and really encourage people and just kind of create a path for others to follow, that is freaking awesome. And I just want to say that I respect you. If you're on this journey, if you're trying to put the pieces together, use first principles thinking, create that paradigm where you see alcohol for what it is, I just want to say that I respect you because you are setting an example for so many other people. People will look up to you and one day and they will be like, I want what they've got. Because no drinker wants to continue drinking forever. Because we've got to remember that all alcohol drinkers want to feel like a non-drinker feels all the time. I'm almost sure that if you could go to any drinker and say, if I could flick a switch and then alcohol was gone from your life and you'd feel like you did before you ever started drinking, would you take me up on that offer? I'm betting that almost all of them would say, give me that switch. So there's a lesson for you, is that you will set a great example to many other people. Which leads me to the next lesson. And it was the alcohol was the biggest barrier to what I really wanted in life. Now, I'm under no illusion that it was the one thing that if I got rid of it, everything else would get better. And that is why I figured things out at 25. Because I was so sure that it was the biggest barrier to what I really wanted. If I wanted all of the things that I've mentioned in the video, alcohol had to go. Which is why I'm going to say it again. But it's the best decision that I ever made. Everything got better as a result of removing that drug. And in my experience, it was just the biggest barrier. It was the one thing that if I knocked it out of the way, everything would get better. You know, that might not be the case for you. Maybe it is, maybe not. But for me, that's my experience. Which leads me to the final lesson. And the final lesson is that I never, ever, ever miss alcohol. Ever. And the reason why I never miss it is because I've done the work, right? I've built the paradigm where I see it for what it is. I'm not buying into the illusion anymore. I'm not buying into the idea of having just one drink or going back to moderation. I am all in, 1000% committed, done. I never miss it. I never, ever will go back there. And I truly never miss it because life just gets better and better and better. And if you want help getting into that state of mind where you're all in, click the link in the description. If you click the link, you can actually book a roadmap call with me where I'm actually going to give you a roadmap to follow, a step-by-step system to follow to get your drinking under control. So these calls are completely free. If you click the link in the description, you'll answer a few short questions, then you'll see my calendar. You can choose a time to speak, and let's help you getting into this state of mind. Let's get you on that path. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a fantastic day.